Welcome back, Valiant Warriors, to another episode of Commitment Chronicles, where we tackle love's tricky terrain. Today, we're diving into a dilemma that's got our viewer, Simi, tied up in knots. You see, Simi took a leap of faith, broke the norms, and asked out a man she was interested in. Quite the bold move, wouldn't you agree? Simi shares with us that she had just graduated college and was drawn to a classmate who she found confident, attractive, and funny. They had never spoken before, but she saw something in him that sparked her interest. Deciding not to let seating arrangements or chance dictate her fate, she approached him during the 9th week of class and asked him out, a first for her, but she thought it would be a refreshing change. After all, men aren't often on the receiving end of a direct invitation for a date, especially from a woman as stunning as Simi, who models bathing suits part-time. But here's where things take an unexpected turn. Upon being asked out, the man revealed he had a girlfriend, but he didn't mind hanging out with Simi. She agreed, not intending to whisk him away, but simply wanting to get to know him better over a casual beer. They spent 10 brief minutes together, leaving everything open-ended, and Simi was left waiting for a call that never came. 2 months later, she's left wondering what went wrong. Did she come on too strong? Why hasn't he called her back? It does yo adezo adas obos aju says me Paris me, our valiant warrior, stepped out of her comfort zone and took the initiative, something most women wouldn't dare to do. She's left in a quandary, questioning her actions, her approach, and the outcome of her bold move. Did she blow her chances by coming on too strong, or is there more to this situation than meets the eye? Now that's a twist, isn't it? A woman taking the initiative and asking a man out. But the question remains, did she come on too strong? So, our brave Simi decided to break the norms and ask the man out herself. Now, this is no small feat, folks. In a world where it's often expected that the man makes the first move, Simi chose to take the reins. She saw something she wanted, a man, confident, attractive, and funny, and she went for it. This is a woman who knows her worth, who knows she's got a lot to offer. She's intelligent, she's beautiful, she's even a part-time swimsuit model. She's the kind of woman most men would fall over themselves to date. But Simi, in all her glory, didn't just sit back and wait for things to happen. She saw an opportunity and she seized it. She stepped up, approached the man she'd been admiring from afar, and asked him out. Just like that, in the middle of class no less. It takes a certain kind of courage to do that, to put yourself out there, to risk rejection. And guess what? He said yes. He agreed to hang out with her. He seemed happy, enthusiastic even. But then, the plot twist, he reveals he has a girlfriend. Yet, our bold Simi, she didn't back down. She held her ground, said she didn't mind. She just wanted to get to know him, nothing more. And here's where things take a turn for the mysterious. After the initial conversation, after he agreed to hang out with her, he went silent. No calls, no texts, nothing. 2 months of silence. And Simi, she's left wondering why. Why would a man who seemed interested, a man who agreed to hang out, suddenly go quiet? She's attractive, she's smart, she's everything most men would want. So why the silence? Well, that's a situation, isn't it? A gorgeous woman, a seemingly interested man, and yet radio silence. Now, let's take a closer look at this situation, shall we? From Simi's perspective, she saw a handsome, confident, and funny man who intrigued her. She broke away from the traditional norms, took the initiative, and asked him out. A bold move, isn't it? Now, she finds herself in a quandary, wondering why he hasn't called, despite showing initial enthusiasm. Firstly, let's consider this. Could he have been overwhelmed? Men are accustomed to being the ones who make the first move. When a woman takes the bull by the horns. It can be a refreshing yet intimidating experience. He may have been taken aback by Simi's direct approach, unsure of how to process it. This doesn't necessarily mean he was uninterested, just uncertain. Secondly, he mentioned having a girlfriend. Although he agreed to hang out, it's possible that he may have felt uncomfortable with the idea later on. It's also possible that he was simply being polite in the moment, not wanting to hurt Simi's feelings by declining. On the flip side, let's consider Simi's feelings. She was bold, direct, and honest about her intentions. She didn't hide behind pretenses or games, which is admirable. However, it seems that she may have overestimated his interest based on his initial reaction. It's crucial to remember that communication is a two-way street. While Simi was clear about her intentions, it's unclear if the same can be said for him. When he mentioned his girlfriend, was he subtly trying to set boundaries, or was he genuinely open to hanging out as friends? The ambiguity in his response may be part of the reason why Simi is left wondering. Moreover, it's important to understand that taking the initiative doesn't equate to coming on too strong. In fact, it's a sign of confidence and self-assuredness. However, it's equally important to gauge the other person's reaction and comfort level. In this case, it appears there may have been a miscommunication or misunderstanding. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Did Simi make a mistake by leaving a voicemail? Not necessarily. It was an attempt to establish communication, but it's essential to remember that a lack of response is a response in itself. It could indicate his lack of interest or his discomfort with the situation. In conclusion, it's not about whether Simi came on too strong or not. It's more about understanding the dynamics of the situation and respecting the other person's feelings and boundaries. The key takeaway here is that clear communication and setting explicit intentions are vital in any interaction. We've dissected the situation, but what's the verdict? Did Simi blow her chances by taking the initiative? Alright, it's time for the moment of truth. After dissecting Simi's tale, it's clear that her initiative was not the problem. In fact, it was a brave and commendable move. Breaking societal norms and taking the first step is no small feat. It requires courage, determination, and a dash of audacity. So Simi, kudos to you for that. But let's get this straight. The absence of a response from this man doesn't necessarily mean that your approach was wrong. It could be due to a myriad of reasons. Maybe he's committed to his girlfriend and respects that relationship. Perhaps he's dealing with personal issues that have nothing to do with you. Or he just might not be that into you, despite your charm and good looks. Yes, it does a bitter pill to swallow, but it's a possibility. Here's the thing, valiant warriors, we often mistake coming on too strong as the problem, when in reality, it's about compatibility and mutual interest. It's not about who approaches whom first. It's about the connection that follows. It's about the shared laughter, the common interests, and the spark that lights up when you're together. That's what determines the success of a relationship, not the order of who made the first move. So Simi, did you blow it by coming on too strong? Absolutely not. You were bold, you were brave, and you took a chance. That's more than most can say. Your approach wasn't the issue. It's the lack of mutual interest that's the real culprit here. Remember, it takes two to tango. You can't force someone to dance if they're not feeling the rhythm. So don't let this experience deter you from taking the initiative. In the future, keep being bold, keep being you, and the right person will appreciate and reciprocate your efforts. So there you have it, folks. The initiative is not a crime, but a badge of courage. And remember, valiant warriors, it's not about who makes the first move. It's about who makes the right move. Well, that's all the time we have for today, folks. We've journeyed through the intricate labyrinth of relationships, dissected Simi's bold move, and analyzed the aftermath. We've learned that initiative can be a double-edged sword, empowering, yet potentially confusing. Remember, it's not about who makes the first move, but the sincerity and respect that underpin it. Our very own Simi has shown us that even the most beautiful and intelligent among us can fumble and falter when the heart takes the reins. But hey, that's the beauty of this wild ride called love, right? If you've had a chuckle, a moment of realization, or even a cringe at our exploration today, why not give that like button a little love? Share this video with your friends, your significant other, or even your dog. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more love-filled adventures. Until next time, keep those hearts brave and those moves bold. This is Commitment Chronicles, signing off.